And Pat, flooding very much still a threat, especially tomorrow. Walk us through it all.
It's a significant threat, unfortunately, and it's not only for the same areas that are already dealing with the flooding right now, but it's also for spots that haven't seen flooding so far. And we're talking about areas in the city of Houston. You got to be on your guard as we get into the day on Sunday, because even though you've been largely untouched by this event that's been going on off and on for the past week, we are expecting the potential for some flash flooding, maybe even some roadway flooding here as we get into tomorrow. 84 today, right on target for where we should be this time of year. Sunset coming up now after 8 p.m. There's our one bright spot of good news. We're now finally beyond those 8 p.m. sunsets. We'll be there as we go through the rest of the summer months. Live look here over downtown. It was a nice day. We had dry weather. We had a lot of sunshine. It was certainly warm and muggy out there, but we got a break from the rain. But it was only one day, because we do expect it to come back tonight as we get into tomorrow. Temperatures right now upper 70s to low 80s across the board. So storms roll in late tonight. They're going to start across areas to the north first. We don't see it in the city, though, until we get into tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow, it is an all-day washout for some areas. We're talking about thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and training thunderstorms that could lead to the potential not just for river flooding, but also for street and maybe even home flooding across parts of the area. Again, spots that have already seen this. So flash flood watch in effect. This goes all the way through Sunday evening for all the areas in green. That does include Harris County. We're talking about thunderstorms with rainfall rates on the order of 1 to 3 inches per hour on average. We could see storms that put down even more than that. So we're talking about widespread 2 to 4 inch totals, but localized totals. Would not be surprised to see some areas get close to a foot of rain by the time it's all said and done. So we switch over to our flood gauges here. First, we're going to start across the entire Harris County. This is courtesy of the Harris County Flood Control District, and you can see everything within the Beltway is in the green. So there's the good news, is that we have the capacity to absorb at least a few inches of rain as we get into tomorrow. It's east sides areas that we're really concerned about, especially here in Liberty County along the Trinity River, Moss Bluff. You're still seeing flooding happening right now. That is not expected to crest until Tuesday, and that crest could top the levels that we saw during Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. Here along the east fork of the San Jacinto River, it is flooding still going on here at FM 2090 up towards the Cleveland area, and then getting out towards Splendora as well. On the west fork of the San Jacinto, we've got flood warnings in effect as well here. All the flood gauges in the red, meaning the flooding is either ongoing or it is likely to happen. And of course, these all come and meet in Lake Houston. Everything in the red here. And this is going to be exacerbated by additional rainfall as we get into tomorrow. Downstream, getting into Channel View, we've got all the flood gauges in the red as well. So again, these are the spots that are going to be worst impacted as we get to see any more rain during the day tomorrow. But it's areas to the west across Harris County that could also see those flood gauges get into the yellow and maybe even red tomorrow with additional rainfall. So there's your Sunday forecast. It's scattered downpours and thunderstorms for a good part of the day. The clouds and the rain will keep temperatures on the cooler side, with highs topping out in the mid to upper 70s. Here's future track. As early as midnight, downpours and storms north of the city. The main line, though, comes into the area around 4 o'clock in the morning, gets to the city by about 6 to 7 a.m., and then does not go anywhere. We see storms and downpours redeveloping on the back end of this. Look at this. Noon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. It's not till after dinner time that all of this finally starts to push towards the east. By the time it's all said and done, again, on average, 2 to 4 inches of rain. But notice the pockets of magenta here, east side of Harris County and Liberty County, where we could see 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, with pockets even higher than that. So we do have a significant flash flooding threat in place. It's a moderate risk in the red. That's a level 3 out of 4. That does include the city of Houston and all of these neighborhoods, especially along the bayous. You got to keep a very close eye on things as we get into tomorrow. If you're in an area that has flooded in the past, tomorrow is the day to stay on top of the forecast and what's going on. The good news is that once we get past tomorrow, we finally dry things out. I know it was a rough forecast. It's going to be a rough day for tomorrow again. A lot of folks in this area have a lot of PTSD from past flooding events. We are not here to scare you. We are just here to tell you that this is a situation that needs to be taken very seriously. And if you haven't seen flooding so far in the past week, still be on your guard tomorrow, because these storms put down a lot of rain in a short window of time. So even if you haven't seen flooding, again, western areas of Harris County, be on your guard as we get into tomorrow. Better weather arrives on Monday.
I don't usually say this, but we're looking forward to Monday.
Yeah, yes we are.